Here's your daily dose of fitness, food, and fun. Anjelica's Daily Surprise starts now.
Hello. Hello. See, we're making scoliosis sexy. So I'm just a huge mess right now. So, and last one. And give me a few. Ba, ba, ba. Just kidding, don't do that. Hello there, and welcome to my apartment. Today's surprise is scoliosis. Yay! I know, super sexy, right? I know it's not very sexy, but we're gonna make it sexy today, and you're gonna see how in just a moment. Now, if you don't know what scoliosis is, it's when you're born with a curvature in the spine. Now, it could be the thoracic spine, your upper back, your lumbar spine, your lower back, or some delightful little combination of the two. Now, the reason why I'm bringing up scoliosis is because I was diagnosed with it when I was 12 years old. And of course, when I was told, I'm just like, I'm 12, I don't care. Why would I care? I'm immortal, I'm 12 years old. But as you get older with scoliosis, it can become very painful and very constrictive. So I'm going to show you some sexy exercises that I do to manage my scoliosis and just keep my range of motion broad and vast. And I'll explain more as we go along. I want to show you this right now, though. So if you don't have it, if you weren't, cursed with scoliosis, if you have a beautiful straight spine, I'm going to show you what it looks like. So I'm just standing naturally right now, and it's very subtle, but my right shoulder is substantially higher than my left, and my neck is shifted over. It's not in line with the center point of my body. So I have a thoracic scoliosis. So my spine curves this way, causing the left side of my body to be slightly more compact, which means I favor the left hip, which makes it very tight. And then it also pitches and tilts my right hip forward. So I'm just a huge mess right now. So we got to even that out because there's no cure. I asked my physio, I said, how can I get rid of this? And he was like, don't stop moving, don't stop dancing, which is not exactly what I wanted to hear, but alas, that's my reality. Okay, so I'm gonna be doing this on the bed today. This is what makes it sexy. And it's also great cushioning for the knees and the wrists, all right? And if you live in an apartment or don't have much room, you can just use your bed for this and you should be fine. So we're gonna start on all fours here. And I'm just gently activating, lifting my belly button up to the ceiling, all right? And I'm just gonna wag the tail here. So my back isn't arched, my belly button is activated up, and then from there, I'm using the obliques to wag the tail. So I'm just opening up the sides of the ribs and kind of waking up those deep oblique muscles. So wagging the tail, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Take this into a nice arch. So drop your head and pull the belly button up towards the ceiling. Inhale and then exhale. Arch the back, look all the way up to the ceiling. Inhale. Now, this is called cat-cow. Cat-cow is release, a staple of Pilates and any kind of rehabilitative exercise. So let's do that again. Picking up the pace, go on your own time and tempo. I'm just getting into the upper back right now here, creating some space between the shoulder blades. Good, last one. And down. And now we're gonna shift the rib cage to the side. Lift it up, drop the head, take it over to the other side, come through center. So we're turning this into a spiral movement here. So because scoliosis can be an S shape or a C shape in the spine, this exercise keeps you moving through every part of your back here. And I'm going to reverse the direction. I'm adding the head as much as I can here. So the head is going in the opposite direction as the rib cage. Let's do a couple more. And last one. And give me a few. Ba, ba, ba. Just kidding, don't do that. All right, roll out the wrists, shake it out. Okay, so I mentioned before, I'm compact in my left side here. So I want to open up this side of my body. So what I'm going to do next, I'm taking my left leg across here, and I'm going to take my left arm, reach it up and over. Just getting a nice stretch. I want to feel my left leg anchoring and reaching, really feeling the space, feeling the side of my left body open up. And come back. Now, even though it's just this side that's affected, I do both sides because it feels really good. Although, ooh, actually this side shockingly tight. Yeah, you want to make sure you get both sides. So I've got my right leg in front, reaching my right arm up and over. And we're going to do both sides one more time. You never do a stretch once. You always do it twice, because the second time you can really open up and push yourself a little more, whereas the first time you're just kind of seeing how you feel. And up. So you can do any kind of side bend stretch here. Doesn't have to be this one. I like this one though because I really feel it. Okay, so that's our side bends. Now we're gonna move on to threading the needle, one of my favorites here. So once again, on all fours, you're just going to shift back into a bit of a child's pose to start, and then you're gonna slide forward. So you might have to adjust your positioning here. I'm going to push myself up slightly, and I'm going to thread my left arm under, peekaboo. So you should have a little window available. And what this is doing is it's getting a nice twist in my thoracic spine. So I'm able to really wring it out and stretch it out, creating space in between my shoulder blades. And I'm going to return. This one helps me so much just because my curve does go this way. So when I stretch it and move it and do movements that specifically target that part of my back, oh, it just feels so amazing. So I'm gonna do the other side here. So I'm just threading this needle. Oh. Sometimes it even cracks on a good day. It just goes and I'm like, oh yeah. So I'm just feeling it releasing right now. And coming back. Now, if your scoliosis is in your lower back, in your lumbar spine, I suggest doing twists. So see how the twist, I'm wringing out the bottom half of my torso. Yes, you can turn your head here as well, and you're getting more of a twist into the upper back, but I find as somebody who's got my curve in the upper back, this doesn't really quite help me as much. But if you're suffering from a curvature in the lower back, these twists are for you. Okay, so what's next? We are going to get a little bit more flow happening now. So I'm on my knees here. I'm just gonna reach up and I'm going to twist here. So I'm not cross-legged. I'm on my knees. The reason for that is because I want to stay lifted nice and tall. When I'm cross-legged, I can really kind of slouch and it strains my back. So that's why I'm here. If being on your knees hurts, you can do this standing. So you can go up and up. And you're looking behind you, Hello, hello. See, we're making scoliosis sexy. Okay, we are standing, and this is perfect because this is our last exercise. I'm feeling really nice and loose right now. This is a great way to start your morning, by the way, too, because you curl up when you're sleeping, or, you want to wake up, get that blood flow going. This is also really good for you. Okay, so we're going to do a hip flexor stretch using the bed. Make sure your feet aren't dirty. You're going to step in, dig your heels into the mattress. Now, I like stretching my hips like this because sometimes going on the floor, pulling a mat out, it's hard on your knees, right? Or you go into the stretch and you bang your knee. It's just a little higher impact. This, I have more control over my range of motion, and there's no impact on my knee. So this is good. I'm just gonna sink into this. Now, you might be thinking, why are you doing a hip flexor stretch? Well, the hips are affected by the spine. So I'm just gonna come out of this for a second. Like I said, I'm like this here. I'm favoring one side. It skews and creates imbalances in both sides of the body, which creates inflexibility and restricted range of motion. So you wanna make sure you're really loosening up the hips as well. One little thing in the body can affect the entire body. How you're standing affects your posture, for example. So we want to just do our best to keep all these parts of our body open and loose. You're never going to perfectly fix your alignment. There's no quick fix solution. It's doing a little bit of this as often as you can without stressing yourself out. All right, I'm here. There's so many other fun things you could do. If you want, if you're an overachiever, you can come down on your knee. You can really push in. I'm actually surprised I'm able to do this right now. It really depends on your bed as well. That was my knee. Not to worry. Another variation is on the bed pigeon here, with the heel drawing towards the hip. Or you can press into the bed and get that shin in line with the edge of the bed for a deeper, more intense sensation. I'm going to do the other side. Just shifting around. So this is how I manage my pain and keep myself physically ready for anything. Having a little bit of scoliosis, not the end of the world. But there definitely are a few people suffering with it, and I get asked how I manage it. So this is how I do it. You do all fours, cat-cow, side bend stretches, and hip flexor stretches. That's been Anjelica's Daily Surprise. I'm ready to start the day. Bye.